My name is James Simon. I'm a sculptor and I do a lot of large-scale public art projects. I'm based in Pittsburgh, in Uptown. And one of the first big commissions I had in Pittsburgh was by Eve Picker, a developer, and I built these three large musicians on Liberty Avenue called the Liberty Avenue Musicians, which are pretty well known now. And that's kind of what got me started in this realm of giant sculptures. And these guys that you're going to see today are similar to the ones downtown. They're musical themes and they're big and they're concrete. So this project is for the city of Tampa. So these sculptures will be the gateway sculptures that you will walk through to enter into the park. And they're two 15-foot sculptures, two 9-foot sculptures, two dogs, and a jukebox. The purpose of this whole project is that the city of Tampa is creating this art park to pay homage to the African American community, which is the Perry Harvey Park. And the Perry Harvey Park was a place where many famous African-American civil rights leaders and musicians lived, including like Ray Charles and Ella Fitzgerald. There's a big sax player behind us here, and then besides him is a 16-foot woman playing bass. So she's playing a big stand-up bass, and those two will be beside each other, and you actually walk through them and enter into the park. Then the other two sculptures are two dancers, because the twist was somewhat invented in Tampa, believe it or not, or at least the name the twist was coined in Tampa. And they were originally created in clay. In my studio across the street, we make large metal armatures like skeletons, and then we cover them all in clay and get the sculptures perfectly done in clay. And then after that, we cover all the clay with plaster and make plaster molds. And then after we make the plaster molds, we take the molds off and we bring them over here to this space, and then we cast them in concrete in sections. So it's a labor-intensive many processes to get to the finished product. We are at the stage now where all the sculptures have been cast in concrete and we are coloring them. So actually yesterday and today is the very beginning of the coloring. For these particular sculptures, they're going to have some stains that are rubbed into the concrete to pretty them up. So they won't look like paint, they'll look more like really pretty rock that has all kinds of different layers of color. The real motivation that put me into the sculpture world was actually I had a fantastic high school teacher that introduced me to ceramics. His name was Ed Kosowitz, well known as Mr. K, and it was in Peabody High School, and he introduced a lot of people to clay through his ceramics class, and he was a very inspiring artist and teacher, and I loved working with clay in his class, and it kind of like got into my blood, and that was what got me going.